I'm Coach Kimmy, and I just want you to know I'm going to go over the course, A Complete Emotional Breakthrough. I created that because I struggled so much in my life. I came from a really traumatic childhood, and I did write a book, and I was sexually abused by my uncle. So that was really difficult from like 5 to 10 years old. So I think I lived in shame and guilt for many, many years, which creates a lot more baggage and garbage that didn't serve me my whole childhood. I was a victim for a very long time. And I think that when I started to realize that I could change that and I could actually shift my mind, I went full force into that direction. When I was older, I didn't know I could do it as a kid. I wish I could have learned this younger, because I feel like when you learn it, you have such freedom that you could actually create greater success in your life and more joy and happiness and calm and peace, right? I want to say calmness, but you also are very peaceful because you don't have all this victimhood and I want to say waves of emotion of shame and guilt and regret and just things that don't serve us. And I do have an energy chart in the course that you're going to learn all of that. So I just want to teach you and help you understand what we're going to go through. Now you can go through this yourself. I do explain it throughout the course, so you have a welcome video and what inspired me to create this course, which you're going to hear more about that, and then finding your direction, right? It's for us to really find who we are, what we really want out of life, what direction are we going to go, but there's levels of awareness that you're going to need to be able to have freedom. And I think the first most important part is to really empty out some really toxic baggage that we've been carrying from other people that we didn't even realize. It's unconsciously. You don't even know that you're carrying it, but then when you start seeing things, and I know because every time I coach somebody, they instantly put the dots together when we empty out the U-Haul truck. All of a sudden things become extremely clear why we are the way we are, why we do the things that we do, why we say the things that we say, and who we are. A lot of times we're like an imposter of the real, true, authentic self because we don't even know who the true, authentic self is. So that's what we're going to be doing. So the first module is going to be emptying out the U-Haul truck. I'm going to walk you step by step by step. That's the biggest one that we're going to empty out. And it's the most rewarding one that we empty out because you get to the root of it and then everything else just gets easier. I learned neuroscience in the last, I would say 10 years. I have studied the brain, studied the mind, studied all the unseen forces and the power of them and the things that happen to us as children. It connects. But when you get to disconnect, it feels even better. So we're going to do that, and then we have how to process pain. That's going to be another one, and then that's a little cheat sheet. All right, and that's where I have the energy chart, which is super powerful because it shows you that when you live in a very low vibration, if you're living in guilt and you're always feeling bad for people, you go down to a level 30 vibration. Now, how did I learn this energy chart? It's by David Hawkins, and there's another guy that does it too, but I like his. I studied a whole bunch of them, and then I kind of created my own from the experiences that I've seen through people and through different things. So anyway, they put EKGs on people's brains and their scalp, and then they basically put them through emotional states, right? So if you got angry right now, you go from 0 to 100 in a second. That's at 150 watts, right, on a frequency chart, or the little, it's like a radio station, right? But it measures frequency. So a radio, right? If you can't get it into that station, you got to get into the station, and then it's nice and clear. But these are frequencies of different emotions. So shame and guilt are at the very, very bottom. And then love is at 500. Anger is at 150. Neutral is 300 or something like that. And then joy is at 600 and 700. So that's super important. That's going to be one of the most important things. When we're feeling bad for somebody, they created their own results. And that's what I say a lot of times when somebody starts to really complain about their life, how awful it is, and they're I want to say, victim, because I was. I like to say, well, you create your own results by everything you do or don't do, or everything you say or not say, right? So I think that it's important that you help people do their own work. Everybody has to do their own work. Always remember that. We can't fix somebody else just because we're fixed. We have to let God fix them, or let them fix themselves with God, or however else they want to do it. You got to put the work into it. Being intentional of what you think. This is super important, because now we're going to empty out that bad U-Haul truck and put new stuff in there of good thinking. And then having a solid support system, which is faith, right? Affirmations. You need affirmations, because the brain is filled with a whole bunch of old paradigms and old programming, like as if it was a old cell phone or laptop, right? So this is the problem. When you're born, it all gets downloaded through your five senses, right? So it's just, that's your subconscious mind. It's downloaded, it's imprinted. Whatever programs were in there, they're programmed and they're imprinted. But we have to start re-imprinting new stuff with the conscious mind. It's clear, it's empty. It's like the empty U-Haul truck. We got to clear this one out so this one looks like that one. And then we put new stuff in it that's going to create strength and power and courage, right? We need courage. We need to stop feeling bad for people if they don't want to do their own work. They're creating their own outcome. Not that we can't guide people or be a friend to them, we can. We just can't take on their garbage in our U-Haul truck. Do you understand? Like, we can't let people unload their garbage into our U-Haul truck. When we get rid of all the old patterns and paradigms and programs that don't serve us, they go delete, 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 cancel, cancel. But if you don't put something new in there, good affirmations, things like that, the old recordings are in there. But the more that you put new ones on there and you start to memorize them, just like a song, you start to know the beat, you know the words, because you listen to it again and again, and you repetition, and then it imprints into the subconscious mind. And then now you know the song without even hearing it. You don't even have to hear it. All of a sudden you could be singing it all day long, but you don't have the music on. You imprinted it. It's into the subconscious mind. So I want you to know we're going to do a lot of affirmations, that you need to do the work. If we don't get in there and say the new things to really re-record it into the subconscious mind, 10 more bad things are going to come in there, because this might get more powerful because you're not taking control of it. As we get older, it gets worse. All of that, I want to say, rejection and pain and belief systems that are not yours, right? If your parents told you when you were little, you're not good enough and you're never going to measure up and all that, sometimes those things go so deep that you can't get the root out, only because you haven't rewired it with something new. You have to take the time to rewire it with something new and something better. But if you don't do it long enough, it's not going to imprint. You have to do it 30 to 60 to 90 days. You have to do it until you know it's memorized. So right now I could say, thank you, God, that I'm abundantly rich, healthy, happy, whole, fit, and complete, and I lack nothing. I memorized that. Do you understand? But it took me a while to memorize. I had to say it 1,000 times before I memorized it. I'm enough. I've always been enough. I'll always be enough. I memorized that. It took me time to memorize it. I'm a winner. I've always been a winner. I'll always be a winner. Even though that's a simple little thing, it took time to memorize. So you have to take the time to memorize these affirmations. You know, do small ones at a time until it's memorized and it's imprinted, and then re-go over it. There's a bonus, Miracle of My Life Story. It's a bonus video. And then you're going to do meditation. That also was a bonus that I had fit in there, because I've learned to be a hypnotherapist, which I love to do meditative therapy. You know, because I feel like meditation, I love that God's word also says, meditate day and night, be like a tree firmly planted, you'll be grounded in his word. I love that meditation. Meditation slows down the crazy brain, that you could actually tap into the conscious mind and connect. ABC, always be connected to the light, right? Always be connected to God. Always be connected to your higher power. ABC, always be connected. And then module 2 is the benefits of strategic emotional healing, right? And then clear your mind for greater success. And there's different things. Where does our life begin? How to identify emotional pain and blocks in the brain, which is so good. And then the 3 killer R's. Oh, wait until you get to that one. Look at fear in a new way. I'm going to teach you how to transform fear from the way we've learned it, false evidence appearing real, change it to face everything and rise. So each one is going to have some modules, and then you're going to always have meditation. Okay, and then the next one is personality styles. And we're just going to go through which each one of those are, and that'll be module 3. And then you'll have an affirmation again, and then a meditation. And then you're going to do module 4, your God-given free superhero powers, which I love, tapping into the unseen forces. My favorite thing to talk about is we don't realize the unseen forces have way more power than the seen forces. What do I mean by that? Think of gravity. You cannot see gravity, but it is powerful. If you fall off a building, you could die. You'll splat on that ground. Now that's an unseen force. Right? Let's think about electricity. You don't see electricity unless it's through a conduit or a wire, and then it comes through a light bulb. It's going to be a whole another one that you're going to really learn and practice, which is awesome. And then we got number 7, the laws of the universe. There's 7 laws of the universe. I mean, there's a lot more, but there's 7 that are really powerful, like the law of cause and effect. We create our own outcome by cause and effect. Right? And our word is our wand. When we say things, that thing comes back and can bite you in the butt if you said the wrong thing. All right, and so those are the laws of the universe you're going to learn. And that's module 7. And there's, things underneath that module, and you just take one at a time. Ace 2. Number 8 is my all-time favorite. Self-love and self-care, because you're worth it. All right, and that's going to be prioritizing yourself. Powerful reasons to start a gratitude journal, super important. The power of positive emotions, meditations, and some really good things. So you're going to have a treasure chest of health and wellness in this whole entire course. I poured my heart, mind, and soul, all the things that I went through over the last many years, everything that I learned, because I'm an insatiable learner anyway. When I learned that I could get out of victimhood, it changed my life. When I learned that I could be the owner and the CEO of my own life, it changed my life. And I did. So now it's your turn, because you can do it. I promise you, you won't regret it if you put the time, energy, and effort into it, and you put the work into it, like going to the gym. You will transform and change. And that's the best part. Listen, change is good. We do not want a little baby to stay stuck at a 2-year-old. We want them to keep growing. So how important it is for us to keep going and growing, and know that you're getting out of your comfort zone and you're stretching and you're expanding. And there's one thing that I know is that the unseen is so much greater than the seen. When we're afraid of the unknown, right, the things that we don't see, like, oh my God, like I want my comfort. Like my daughter used to say to me, Mom, I just love being in my comfort zone. I'm like, but you don't grow there. You're stuck in your comfort zone. We got to get out of that comfort zone. Know that you're going to become comfortable with uncomfortable. And that means you're going to stretch and expand and grow, and you're going to become a beautiful, amazing, strong, elite woman. I'm super excited for you to take this course, and it's going to transform your life. So I look forward to hearing all the incredible testimonies and results of your transformation.